So you mentioned that you also actively to collaborate new ideas with your classmates. So how about your studio life look like with
Oh,
other
my
students?
studio life is I always stay in studio all the time. So I almost live there. So when I see those the others classmates stay late, I will go into to hang out with them. I will go into discuss with them just the easy
Mhm.
talk. During the midnight, everybody don't want to do something, but still sitting there. So I just come to their seat and to talk. Yeah, so they were very friendly to wanted to share what they are thinking
Mhm.
because when we in the school in Sci-Arc, I think that most of people like to share what they are doing, right?
Mhm.
Because everybody wanted to show themselves to
Mhm.
other. So this is another big difference, the Asia and the US. So it's another big different thing. So I like to listen. Now, yeah, my first or even second semester, I all listen what their stories. So
Mhm.
yeah, so now, so after the third one, so I'm more confident to using those software and more understand. I have a five semester, right? So
Mhm.
I my first two my those first and the second one I all kind of like the learning things from them. But
Mhm.
my third one finally I have confidence to do something what I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so then okay, so keep going. So that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of my challenge when I was school was like doing the group project. So I partnered with one of the student in is a local student. So English is her mother tongue, and then but the way how because I'm Asian, right? So when I execute work, expectation is slightly different. I
I
have
see.
I have a hard time to just communicate and then
Oh,
also
oh,
to get
group.
adjust for the expectation because whereas architect we need to produce, right? We
Yeah,
need to
right, right.
produce, we need to present. We cannot just say something. We need to show the product in front of the client. So this was a really fun exercise for me. We have a lot of disagreement during the semester, but fortunately, because the challenge was difficulty, and of this one of my good uh, final presentation in my undergrad. Yeah.
I see. Um, this is a little bit different to what the Asia students they want to let the joint can talk,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they push a lot of the time on the physical work, like doing something. And but in US, but you need a yeah, it needs another cultural shock to me. You need to how to explain your story very well.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to spend too much time, but still have the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
You need a kind of like a little more smart and a group work. Yes, it's very difficult in school because everybody is independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and what you mentioned, those the philosophies all and thinking all different. So, but I think luckily, yeah, I don't we don't have to group work that time.
I feel like good or bad, right? So because
Yeah, probably okay or not. Probably will be good experience. I think you still learn a lot from it, right? Even your final result probably not good, but even all good or not, but you still learn a lot from those. This is a part of this is a part of experience I would like to learn
mm,
when you go to another country.
mm,
So I think it is good anyway for your life,
mm,
right? So anyway,
Yeah, and also because our school is very famous in the architecture field. So and then I'm so fortunate to I can work with different students from different country.
Yeah,
So,
this is
yeah,
very good in the this I think this is the big point should keep in learning in the US. So we should have a more multiple the kind of like people to bring it together and working with them. So I think that this will help in local architectures the design. I
mhm.
believe. I believe.
Yeah, I remember I have a student from Japan. I have a classmate from Korea, and also I have a classmate from Mexico
Yeah.
and China for sure, and then probably the local student and I believe that I have a classmate from Europe too. So all kind of different energy. That's make
Yeah. I think
it's
this is a
really
very easy thing,
interesting.
especially after graduation. When you wanted to travel, you can call to them if they
I
go back to country.
know. You know what? One of the thing is I remember I really hard to find a classmate. Not classmate, a student in my school from India, and then
Oh,
because I actually talked to some people from India. They told me that architect in India is not a popular job. So
right. Everybody is go to the Google right now.
I know.
Yeah. I saw. The CEO is already from India, right? Yeah, I remember still.
Mhm.
So architecture industry, this one is not making to yeah yeah the salary probably not good than those double E and those San
Yeah,
Francisco
engineering.
engineering those salary. But yeah, yeah. How can I say? Yeah, I only know how to do this. Yeah, so all
Yeah,
right. I
so
don't have other choice.
so but I still love architecture, right? So without architecture, the world will be so boring. So and then I really appreciate all the architect hard works to make the world much better, how to better program the space to have a create a different experience for the clients, for the user actually in the space. So right now is the time we have a part two will be the showcase. So I would like to see, would you mind you share your professional work or even though your school work, and then we can see what kind of work you're doing right now. Yeah.
I gonna to share my screen to show you guys the some of it is like the competition projects, some
Mhm.
of it is my professional work, and so my personal is really enjoy to do those competition projects
Mhm.
because when during the very like the rush and very short schedule, you can push your limit to thinking the different thing. So so the competition for me is like the practice. So each time, so you can push your limit to more far away, to more far. So this is why I very enjoy those painting those the different competition, especially after work to do the competition.
Mhm.
So 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 my passion is pretty weird.
Mhm.
So many people question me that. So how come you can have those inner energy to do something else after you finish your normal life, the work, and
Mhm.
to do those competition during at home? But however, for me, it's like to can help me to finding uh, uh, my philosophy or this my thinking more clear using those. Yeah, so okay, so no matter what, I will share those project with you guys. All right, so first thing this one. So this kind of like So here, I have to share you guys this one first. This is my very proud of this project. It's already built. So this, so I work in Taiwan. So I joined this competition. We compete another 15 office. So we have two stage. So and we're very lucky to become the winner. So this the Taiwan's the first one, the free phone look central library in middle of the Taiwan area. So this is like the to how to reforming those program to bring it together. And we don't want it to become a normal way like Zaha or something else. So we have something our language to find it. And so this is the first thing. Second thing is to challenge the local the constructor. So how to build that. So my office, the JJ Pen partners and partners, this is what I worked for that time. So they spend so much time and energy to figure out those how to making the real for those facades. So and then this is the final result. You can see. And those folding is like those folding facade is like related to the sound angle. So they will create the nicely the shadow area for inside the people to read it. And also control the inside the temperature will not to be too high. So because Taiwan is a very like the mild and hot area, so we have to figure out that. Right. And so the phone is like they have their own standing language. So this is a good thing to do the architecture is you are kind of like the part of this city. You can be the part of this city and bring something good to the people. So my first project is like the civil project, like the library and also open to the public. But right now in US, I working on those clients like they're doing the shopping mall. So the making money is very the first thing for them. So it's a totally different direction to see architecture. Okay, we call architecture, not building. So those two things is those two directions is making me to I don't want to compromise, but I still wanted to push those can be the architecture, not just one building. Yeah, building and architecture, those two words different. And then the same city. So and they have for those metro. So helping my previous the JPM partner and the partner this office to have another idea to thinking those the facade, how to making this facade. And to just this one is what I built quickly to build studies for them to do those have so those how to refining those speed and the people they how to connect together. So it's like the reforming on this facade. So this but this function is very simple. So the skin is become very important in this project. So they wanted to be more popping out, more different. If not, just box is very they don't want this is like especially the local government wanted to this one is become a major projects in this major line, major one station. So this way they want to do something different. So we are kind of related to those libraries projects into here because it's kind of have a more consistent. So this and it's already built.
Oh, this is an actual build project, right?
Yeah, this is not rendered. It's already built.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they already and right now they are using this metro is already started using.
Where is the city again?
The Taichung,
Taichung.
middle of the Taichung is the middle of the Taiwan.
Wow. Hopefully next time when I have
I,
a chance
oh,
with.
that city also own the Toyo Ido's opera house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are like trees. They have many hole, right?
I remember this project. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can go.
So this city is more kind of like they want to try something different.
Mm,
Yeah. So all right.
I
So
only.
I very luckily can work in this office and also the kind of like this project when I first year
Mhm.
to the professional job. Yeah, right. And then this company is and then the social housing is like the popular that right now. So that times this company is have won the competition. So I joined this competition because that time they open to school, the students. So that time I still study in Sci-Arc, so I'm a student. So I joined the competition. So
Mm,
during the summertime, I think.
mm,
Yeah, so I kind of like practice that. So how to kind of like the using the cities on the west side, west corner, like the during in downtown area, you can see those whole wall and next to the parking or something, right? So
mm,
those wall has become those leftover space and
mm,
nobody use and the property. And then I kind of like finding something some plug-in systems to using those wall.
mm,
So and each unit can be offered one per person to
mm,
those and then those units they all built by the to can easy to build in the fabrication. Like
mm,
the factory, you can build that one unit and you can have a combination, combine together. Yeah, so become a community. So
mm,
it's like they can be using those city level space. You can see those diagrams, and
mhm,
yeah, and they're easy to move in.
mhm,
And so it's like the unit the prototype and they
mm,
how to so this rotation the system is kind of like related to the sun angle
mm,
because when you have a solar panel on those and even a water collection on top and to support underneath units to use. Yeah, so and at that time, so I also I kind of like those West Jones stuff,
mm.
so you can so you can feel that plantation look like this way. So
Mm,
and I'm very loving to those the library design. So
mm,
I thinking her singing the library competition at the time.
mm,
Yeah, so it's also the like the and to have one series like that, I create one unit, one prototype to apply the whole architecture elements like the stairs, like the restroom, like the elevator, are all using a similar unit and then combine together.
mm,
So you can see how to bring the kind of like the new look to this library to bring those the ball this shell systems to because those systems are easy to collect the people to be together. So that's why we choose those language to apply this
mm,
project. And the inside is more this project is more strongly to talking about the interior, not exterior. So
mm,
exterior just is very simple, and you can see the very dynamic space using in the interior for
mm,
that time. So, and then this project is when I walk to my current office. So
mm,
I asking the company to join because these also have a Tainan. It's the south of Taiwan, the one the central library. So I would
mm,
like to join that competition. So I working with my Taiwanese friends to together to build this Taiwan's library.
mm,
Yeah, so this is like you can see those the pets and those the outdoor because this is a pretty high area, so they need
mm,
very many in the shading area. So we how to bring the local the people their working experience to apply to this to become the new path to spiral on top to this building. So so you can see those the exteriors they around those have a path. Right. So this the local what they are liking. So likely to work like this way. So you can see many stairs to into here and keep going top to the roof. Yeah, so this and the inside have those the wood structure become a feature to relate it to some the old house the structure. So it's a feeling like they are walking into their small scale town. This is what this project doing. Yeah. And then showing this working with my boss right now, the current boss. So it's the project called the shopping, the Shaman City Mall. So we are kind of like to have something to using the local, the cultural, the Minnan style. So we are using the swallowtail, this idea to apply to our facade. But in the meantime, we needed to concern inside the efficiency. So efficiency is mean that we cannot use waste too much space. So the swallowtail, this idea is applied to the facade only. But the rooftop and the color is all studied in. You can see this. You can see this. So those the color and the brick combination and the roof, the local architecture, the roof is how to apply to here and here. So and even this the hotel 5-star hotel. So even in commercial projects, in our thinking is we still wanted to enter something to the local. So not everywhere it looks the same. So this and then this process is very important to let us to be different than others architect. So we are kind of like the respect the local context, and we are even this the new one, but we still wanted to local people can feel like their part they have a part of the spirit on this building with them. And this the big project is the master plan. So in Xiamen area. So and this the complete is the Zhuhai. Zhuhai is like those urban planning competition. And this one is Joy City in the Hangzhou. So you can see the Hangzhou is more soft and they have many river. So your language start become more soft and round. Right? So everything is we kind of like this because next to the site have a river. So we are like build so many stone to reach the river and like those path is like the river to fall into outside. Yeah. So here is like the Changchun. Okay, so it's what I'm doing the mixed use. So the Changchun is like where is it? Anyway, so it's like the have a we are more want a strong and sharper to look for from this tower and from the podium to the tower. So they have some big folding. Not everybody is folding. So we just make it have a big folding first, and then everybody will, and then this folding become a simple for this project. Yeah. So and then this is a very nice experience from this one is the office towers and in Singapore. So I learned this project a lot from different sides. First side is for the local guys that compete us. They want to repress us because they thinking they are the best. But But the good thing is the client is very supportive. So we still have this project. And this one is already under construction. So and then especially Singapore is a very unique country. So their city, the land is pretty less. So they are kind of like looking everything for each project if they were building in Singapore this city. So and the many the constraint and they already sticking. You have to facing even the ground floor, the paving, they already decide for you. So everything is a very serious control by government. And so we can very easy to see this site is mainly the concern to here. So this is our front face. Front face have 5 trees. This 5 tree, the owner is government. You cannot. You can. So your tower have to push back. And you need to push back more because the tree top need to have a space to green, right? So we can, and especially during the construction, we cannot let those 5 trees die. And then, and another side, we have many in the tunnel underneath. What does that mean? Our current cannot go through there. So this is why we push to front and making the free space over there. And then you will find it, we don't have any drop off space on the ground. So we're making the second floor drop off. So we're making the car to drive into here and going top. And this one is going down to basement. So this is going up. And then they have a strongly control. They have the working pace need all around. And then another issue is the green coverage. It means how many green space in this site. It's a site cover. It's a green site coverage meaning. Normally it's a 50 or 60 already very high, but in here they need 100%. So we need to have the long span for those columns needed to raise the height. So you will see in Singapore many types like this building because they require those. Because the sun angle, the sun can into here to making the green space to get life, not die. All right, so I'm talking too much for this project, but this is very impressive.
Actually, I really amazed the project in Singapore because they really I just looking through the design through architecture magazine, right? So they have really good understanding for the green architecture, and then also they always trying to incorporate trees. Architecture to their space.
Yeah, so this
and then your project answered me a lot of questions. So because when you're doing tree planting in the buildings, right, you have considered a lot of water considerations. You need to have a lot.
You need to consider all those.
That's very cool. Yeah.
And all those rendering, you needed to be the real. You cannot just like the other projects, like just the 3D imagination. No, they need everything to be real. So we bought real 3D model for this city.
Oh wow!
To do this rendering only, and the client to making the let the photographer to take the photo in the real view angle, and then we needed to combine our building in that photo. So the city review is maybe everything needed to be real. Not just like this is not those the other is not real.
It's more conceptual.
And then more conceptually, but that one is everything is needed to be real.
Wow. So they require more high fidelity information.
Very. So this is why their architecture standard is pretty nice and the quality is pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
this another made me very impressive that. So
Mm-hmm.
and then the many projects, mixed use projects, are working in the California KL. So
Mm-hmm.
that time I helping which I working with the team. So in the kind of like the but doing many the mixed use and the commercial project, I still wanted to do something the cultural
Mm-hmm.
architecture design. So I attended another competition to renovation one unused in the church
Mm-hmm.
historic buildings in one small town at the Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, this one is already foreign. They call it for foreign church because those roof and those corner already gone. So I'm making those area to see become the new entry to saying like the into the new future to
Mm-hmm.
for this church. So and then giving them the cover. And I would like to let this building is more connect to locally and become one of them. So I would not do so many those sharper or too tall the main thing. I just want this building. It looks like they already uh connect to merge into this community. So those are very push, very control, very limit to the height and the phone. So the phone from the outside looks very quiet, and even something related to their those arch shape to apply become the roof and even the entrance. So this the one going. So yeah. So and they give them the one space for their become their new theater and a new community center in this
Mm-hmm.
town. It's a very small town. Yeah.
Mm. Well, but I like the quality. You really able to blend in the new architecture to a very traditional way of as a church. I really like you how this is more brand into the neighborhoods too. So that's a really great part.
Right. Yeah. So because yeah, you cannot become like the libertine or something stuff show out to here. I don't think it's a not quite right answer for me, my personal feel. So I would like to kind of like become a good neighborhood. So but this competition is not announced yet. So
Mm-hmm.
I rather know not to. All right. So this is what I would like to share to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hey, thank you for your great sharing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have to say that this mainly the teamwork.
mm-hmm.
So not because everybody wanted to study the architecture needed to become the very good team player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you needed to how to work with the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and because you were not to working by yourself only. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Architecture is very interesting major. So everyone trying to express themselves, and then sometimes you really have to find it
oh
um,
yeah.
to work together.
I already walked through that time. Yeah, I want to become very spatial, but right now I'm more com- comfortable to walking because I feel like a little bit too lonely. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to walking by yourself, a little bit too lonely. So I
Mm-hmm.
would like to making work with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this team is pretty strong, and even many people is better than us. I'm very honor can work with them. So yeah. So thinking about the architecture is very complicated. The major industry,
Mm-hmm.
they have a different direction, not only the design.
Mm-hmm.
They have a structure, mechanical, ventilation, and even the master plan and and those the plan and those and many things. Even the curtain wall. So many the consultant you have to working with them. So study architecture, you need to thinking how to improve your communication skill. So how to discussing with them to making everything keep going to the finish. So it's a very important one. So if you guys wanted to know architecture, first thing you needed to how to know how to talk other people and to more sensitive to this environment to finding something different, something you need to question that and thinking that because architecture, in architecture, this industry is not living alone, and normally you needed to build something for other people, not your own, right? So you needed to thinking how to help them. So I always say we are service the people. Yeah. So this is the most important thing in architecture. Yes.
So yeah, we are trying to wrapping up our conversation. So I would like to ask you one questions here. Let's say, can you give one advice to the people want to apply architecture from your home country? So what they need to do?
Oh, I have to say the first thing you need to save money first. You spend so much money per year, but in West US, you will learn a lot, something very total different from your hometown, and this might be will challenge you, and you will feel not comfortable. So you needed to have you needed to ready to your mind to jump to another zoning, not to stay in your comfort zone. So this the first thing, and then you do that. I think your life can have it's more easier to in your future. I think, and not just only to doing what you already know. Yeah, yeah. So this
So that's a
yep.
great advice. Thank you. So and then also so this final few questions. So in your college education, can you tell me what is your favorite tradition in your school?
First tradition.
Yeah, favorite.
Tradition.
Yeah,
Huh?
what is your favorite tradition in your school?
Uh, 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 uh,
Or
what I can say, and
how about maybe what you liked in your school the most?
you mean in Sci-Arc or in my previous school?
Whatever, yeah, whatever school.
Oh, okay. Sci-Arc is like they are okay for your any idea. So I think they respect you, and because they let you feel you can do something, and then they use this chance to let you to find who you are. So mostly is not what I already explained before. So they are not tell you how to do something. They just they you to find who you are. No matter you will keep going the architecture or not, they let you have a chance to thinking even the time. Very treasure the time to thinking who you gonna to be. Because doing architecture design, it looks like you are finding yourself. Because we don't have any formal answer. You need to create, find your own answer. So this is why I'm keeping on this industry. So for me, it's very charming. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Wow, that's is very cool. So it's the school you enjoy, the school give you the space to figure out who you are. That is very different, because a lot of people, they probably think more like a traditional events. I talked to other
Yeah,
students.
many people just wanted to get those degree or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And to finding a job, they wanted to get a degree and they finding a job, right? But for me, I already have a working experience, so I just wanted to know who am I first. Yeah, this is more important for me to me. Yeah.
So yeah, we both have architecture background. So
Right.
can you share three architect is most you is their work is most inspired your work right now?
Oh, I forgot to tell you
Okay.
why I go to architecture this industry. When I younger, have one exhibition in Taiwan.
Uh-huh.
It's Antonio Gaudi. Was
Oh,
a Spanish
Gaudi.
architect. So you can see those what he doing. And then I feel like how come is the difference? What I live in and what I look in my city. How come they can feel like that way? And then my second architect is Richard Mille. So this give me the very shock. So how come the architect can be so different? So one is very logically, everything is line up, and everything is a function. And another one is everything is a curve, and they even cannot tell you what kinds of reason they cannot build like that way. So those two directions is making me feel like this architect is why I feel like that you can find it yourself, because you can beat anyone, and also you can beat another anyone. You can be very unique, and you can define yourself. So yeah, those two architects is what I
So
start into my life.
You have Richard, you have Gaudi. So what is the last one?
Oh, last one. Oh, I have to say, Tao Mei.
Tommy?
Tao Mei. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I fall in love his stuff, because for me he liked the soldier to facing the soldier to facing the unknown area and to fighting that, and he truly trust himself. His answer is correct. So I'm not talking about the phone or something. I just impressive what is he thinking, why he making that decision, and why he don't afraid people question, well, why you build like that way. Oh yeah, so this very convinced me to thinking he is one of yeah, in honest, he is one of my favorite one. So this is another reason why I'm be here.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also when you remind me Tom Ming, I think that the confidence he in front of the public. So this type of confidence, I don't know how he can build up this kind of confidence and
Right.
answer to respond to any kind of question.
Yes. So, and then, yeah. But another one is a Frank Gehry, and yeah, those
I
two
love
is.
I love I love Van Gary a lot.
Oh, Frank Gehry is another one that, yeah, yeah. So those two basically is my third one. They are very
The
similar.
same level, right?
The same level for me. Yeah, because but I'm more close to the Tangman actually. Because
Mm.
Frank Gehry is too many for me, too unknown, too many. But I so love his passion. Yeah, so he never retired. So I will do the same thing. I never retire as well. Yeah,
Mm.
so I finally find do the architecture. You can do forever until you die.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Hey, you just use your brain and your hand and just one pen. You still can work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So I finally to find it. You this job, you don't have to retire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And many people after they retire, they don't know what they're gonna to do, right?
That's
So I
true.
don't have to think about the question.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. Wow. So, Toming also remind me, they're very similar than Fan Gary. Don't get it wrong. So their form is very different, but how
Oh
they
yeah, totally different.
but how they use the structure, corporate structure to create very unique spaces for the audience, for the audience. I can see that they have a lot of similarity to
Right.
you
Uh,
using structure to create space.
they are not afraid to do something new.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, both of them they have a common thinking is they are not afraid
Mm-hmm.
thing to do. They didn't do that, so they are not afraid to do people's questions
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Sarah have the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why for in Sci-Arc is kind of like the give me the chance to let me have a chance to fight in that something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So I think both of them have sound related. So this is why I like and love to be uh to be here or to be in architecture in this industry. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so this yeah, let me
Wow.
inspire to keeping working on this.
Mhm. So yeah, I can think that we have a lot of great conversations. I can foresee that in the future. Let me share a little bit. So I trying to collect 12 different students from a different country, different field, and
Yeah.
when I collect good when I finish all the interviews, I will come up some solutions, try to see that what kind of program and project I can work for international student, and then also give them support. So,
Okay,
and
I
then
see.
I definitely will going to invite you again so that to other conversations. And then
Oh,
secondly, and also I kind of gathering different architects. They some of them they're architect, and then some of them they're more focused on their interior design. And I would
okay.
like to see that where I can find some topic interestingly talk about design. I would like to gather all kind of designers together, have a more deeper conversation about design.
Sure. No
Yeah.
problem.
So yeah. So thank you so much for your time tonight. So also you with the people want to know more about you and want to ask you more about your projects. So how they can find you.
Um, I think that I will left my email to you
Mm-hmm.
guys, to you, and first thing that I thank you for inviting me to join this event. So let me have a chance to can share my thinking to
Mm-hmm.
everybody, and I wish for this chance can help in the people if they wanted to study the architecture. So
Mm-hmm.
they might be can have a chance can see this to yeah, then if they have a question, yes, definitely they can email to me.
Do you have
Yeah.
LinkedIn? Do you have LinkedIn or
I had a LinkedIn. Yeah, they also can connect and connect with using that. Yeah.
All right, cool. And also, I have one ideas. I trying to see this is maybe a good idea. So because my project, I call it showcase, right? And then
Yeah.
I'd like to show the best of the people what they can produce right for their work from their work. And also, I would like to help the people can create a showcase. One of the things is I'm thinking that maybe I will create some workshop, right? So let's say I have a Saturday, Sunday, have a workshop to do strict for um, design technique. Let's say I have a workshop
I see.
for Rhino.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
and I still stay tuning what is this type of workshop will be look like, because I need to capture enough audience to be interested to join some kind of workshop. So I remember before pandemic, I went to Adobe events. They they show the people how to use their Adobe XD. They're doing the user interface. That's what very fascinated. It's just a few
Mm-hmm.
hours, but
Okay.
I can join with different people to, they from some of them they from the design industry, some of
Yeah.
them they from the programming. So it's really fun. And then let's say where I can have a Rhino or Dynamo
Yeah.
workshop. That will be fun too. Yeah. I
I
trying to
see.
see first of all, this project I just started, the showcase I just started. I do not have enough audience to I would like to get enough audience and then to see what they would like to see. And then let's say
I
well, I
see.
can have a workshop, and then I can let's put it on Saturday. I can also invite the people from the East Coast, and then we can share this design philosophy and opinions too.
Sure.
Yeah, and also I know that you, I I know that we kind of overrun a little bit, but I know that you do commercial design. Maybe I would like to see that I can arrange the follow-up conversation to talk about the philosophy for the commercial design.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You mean another video,
I don't
right?
know yet. Let me get something. Here's the thing.
Maybe not today. Today
Here's
is
the thing. Yeah, not
know.
tonight. Not tonight. That will be hour-long conversation again.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, but for the commercial design, right? We will have considered programming, facade, space, and
Oh,
then
money,
MVP. Oh, don't
budget,
money
budget,
is very
budget,
weird, but I would like to
budget.
focus on design. Then we have
Oh,
another budget
budget.
class.
Oh, hey, respect the money. The money will respect you.
Yeah,
Okay, so no problem.
exactly. Also, I would like to see that with someone doing higher educations. So I would like to see I can have some conversation with their specialty do school projects too. Because right now I'm working with USC right now, and then I deal with a lot of classroom renovation projects.
I
However,
see.
However, I see that there's a lot of opportunity. I need to see more different design approach, because right now I cannot find any book to talk about classroom design. So
Oh, for this one, um, mm, yeah, I think that should be some of the office is concentrated industry because in architecture you will separate it to different major. So
mhm,
one of the for me is like the entertainment and the shopping, right?
mhm,
So another people it might be concentrated workplace or hospitality. So it's
mhm.
a totally different.
It's
So
total different.
it's a totally different, and because they are facing the different building code and
Mhm,
different requirement, so they are not. So you be architect, you need to understand what kinds of architect he will be. So that and some people know how to do a residential, maybe don't know how to do the hospital, right? Yeah,
yeah.
so the workplace and the education is like the different thinking.
yeah, different animal. So I
Different.
know that like in the corporate world, mixed use development, right? Like retail, mixed use, this is one of the categories. Second will be hospitality, like a hotel.
Yeah.
Then
You know this? Come on, man.
but I want to refresh my memory still because right now I'm more on the design and IT, classroom
I see.
technology and IT. So, but the industries keep growing. I
Yes.
I would like to learn some new stuff from you guys, and also I can share what I see because right now I'm doing technology to run the infrastructure, to plan how
Oh.
to lay out the technology. This take a lot of time. So
Yes.
I have a hard time to communicate with the architect because they know the space very well, but they do not have any interest to understand how the structure, how the system work. This is not their job, but they need to know
Oh.
it.
Um. Ah. Architect, you can say they know everything. You also can say they don't know everything because because those architects need to work in which many different consultants.
Yeah, so architect, I feel like that they is the director of the space. They like
Only.
they
Yeah.
orchestra everything, right? And but here's the because I have to get my design work out with some type of limitations.
Yeah.
So that's why I would like to learn from them what is their perspective and then how I can communicate with the architect better. So
Okay,
even
I
though right
see.
now I communicate with the engineers, so you have to take care ABC, otherwise it doesn't work. And then, but they
Talking to
also
engineer
tend
is
to
more easier.
no, they also they tend to be have different set of thinkings.
Oh,
So
right,
and
right,
then
right.
I'm in the middle right now. So I can
Oh, you have
communicate with
become a
these
sandwich
people and
lah.
then I can communicate with engineers, but they're not happy. So and then I would like to
I see.
see
Oh,
how
okay.
learn something from particularly for the higher ed. So I can see that in my school they have so many different type of design, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm more concerned or I'm more interested to create a standard. So and then because school education and even the corporate, they efficiency
Mm,
to support the technology and spaces. This is the most important thing, the
mm-hmm.
kind of embedded to the design thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if someone's they have a high ed background, I would like to have a conversation with them.
Hmm.
But again, so I kind of thinking that
Yeah.
you never
I was thinking who is more is better fit that.
what one I just do not have much connection with my because I know that in Japan they have a lot of good project about school, but just for some reason I do not have much connection with the Japanese architect right now.
Oh, okay.
So I
That's
have a
fine.
couple books in about education spaces. It's all from the Japanese architect. So
Okay.
Hitoshi Albi, right? So they're very good, but yeah, and I would like to catch up. Yeah.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for let me stop.
No, thank you as well.
Okay, let me say goodbye first. Hey, thank you for your sharing so that I will going to put your information together, publish it, and then hopefully we'll get something done next week. So let me say goodbye. Have a good night.
Hi, good night, everyone. Hi, good night.